So the Woke Women Brigade strikes again. An Oregon school district has released some diversity training for their teachers called A Pathway to Equitable Math Instruction, Resources and Guidance to Support Black, Latinx, how stupid is Latinx by the way, and multilingual students to thrive in grades 6 and 8. Pay attention to the grade, because it will become apparent how insane this is later. So we begin with a little prologue about dismantling racism in mathematics instructions. It's total nonsense of course, but it does contain the hilarious words, critical approaches to dismantling white supremacy culture in math classrooms. Oh thank God, someone is finally standing up to those bigoted numbers. Praise be. And I mention that phrase because literally the entire training, if you can call it that, is solely focused on white supremacy. There are 15 sections about white supremacy culture shows up in math culture when, and these teachers then have to fill out a plan on how to incorporate anti-racist practices into their classrooms. It's fucking nuts. Can you imagine how stupid these kids are going to turn out to be if they're being taught by these idiots? But let's get into the hilarious stuff where we learn how the subject that is the most objective and only discriminates towards correctness, i.e. math, is 100% racist all the time. First slide. White supremacy shows up in math classrooms when teachers are teachers and students are learners. Unique to mathematics is the idea that new learning comes from the teacher, even when learning is connected to previous knowledge and experiences. The idea is often that teachers provide the learning and are in charge of disseminating new information. This reinforces the idea of paternalism and power hoarding. Oh fucking hell. When students bring a different approach to doing math, teachers often get defensive and see it as a challenge to the power structures in the classroom. Now, that could be applied to much higher level maths, of course, because there are several different ways to do things when you get really advanced. But remember, we are talking about children who range from 10 to 14 years in the 6th to 8th grade, learning basic mathematics. Next slide. White supremacy culture shows up in math classrooms when teachers enculturated in the USA teach mathematics the way they learned it. You mean the correct way then? Disgustingly racist. Next slide. White supremacy culture shows up in math classrooms when good math teaching is considered an antidote for mathematical inequity for Black, Latinx, multilingual students. Now bear with me, because this gets extremely stupid. Things written by woke white women are rarely sane or logical. This reinforces either or thinking by reinforcing stereotypes about the type of mathematical education that certain groups of students receive. It allows a defensiveness of Western mathematics to prevail without addressing underlying causes of why certain groups of students are underperforming, a characterization that should be interrogated. It also presupposes that good math teaching is about Eurocentric type of mathematics. Yes, because it's correct. Devoid of cultural ways of being. What the fuck does the defensiveness of Western mathematics mean? What are these fucking women talking about? Maths is maths. It's correct or it's wrong. And why are these supposedly totally not racist woke women immediately assuming all the Black and Mexican children in the class are going to be bad at maths before they even start? That's fucking weird. Next, white supremacy culture shows up in math classrooms when language acquisition is equated with mathematical proficiency. Now, I'm going to spare you the word salad penned by an insane cat lady, but the gist of it is, if someone doesn't speak English in an English-speaking school, the teacher might dumb it down and try to teach them some more basic maths because they don't understand English well enough to be taught the more complicated stuff. I mean, what a bigot. Not immediately becoming fluent in the language of the student in 5 minutes and instead trying to help them the best they can. Disgusting KKK behavior right there. Horrifying. And to be honest, I could have made an hour-long video on this idiocy, but unlike these women, I have better things to do with my time than spend my entire day being told that everything is racist, so we have to get to the best one. White supremacy culture shows up in math classrooms when the focus is on getting the right answer. Yes, that's right, everyone. Being correct in maths is racist. Well, I guess NASA is the most racist institution on Earth then, with their disgusting white supremacist attitude of every single mathematical equation must be exactly correct or else everyone in space will die a horrible death. So what did we learn here? Well, basically, that the women who wrote this think black people and Mexicans are real idiots when it comes to math. What is it with the woke agenda and them being the real racists? That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, bye.